Hey guys, Shorewarz here, what's up, and welcome to the first episode of Mario Kart 8 that I'm posting on my channel, and you're gonna see that I'm going after the 150cc of the Triforce Cup. This is from the new DLC in Mario Kart 8, and I thought I'd give the Egg Cup a try, but I figured let's go for the Triforce Cup first on 150cc. First up is gonna be Wario's Gold Mine. This was originally a track on the Wii, on the original Wii, and at the time I thought that this track was a pretty cool design, but I felt like it was actually too complex for the Wii. Like, it felt like it was ahead of the Wii's time, if that makes sense, because there were some pretty complex like twists and turns. At the time, I felt like the Wii couldn't really do this track justice, but to see it on the Wii U now, it looks awesome. Like, it actually plays really well. I feel like they did a really good job of balancing the gameplay on this particular track. And by that I mean, obviously the twists and the turns and all of that, and just figuring out the proper way to power slide through these turns. I'm gonna take the shortcut here so I can try to jump on these boost pads and basically just extend my lead over Waluigi, who's behind me here. You'll notice that in every Mario Kart game, if you get too far ahead, basically you're just asking for a blue shell. So you can see that usually the character that's in last place is getting the better items in the game, while the person that's in first is always just going to get like a banana or something usually pretty simple or straightforward as far as the item goes. So it's all good. I'm just coasting in first place here with my banana peel behind me. You can see that this track looks awesome on the Wii U. It plays really well. I'm pretty happy with it overall. I feel like they did a good job of bringing back the music. So it's a pretty good rendition of Wario's Gold Mine. And this is just going to finish up lap number 2 and take us into lap number 3. Just a few banana peels to worry about. Nothing too crazy. I feel like on the Wii version, this map had some sections where you could go up off the wall, and it was cool because it was like a half-pipe kind of mechanic. But again, I just feel like it was a little too much for the Wii to handle at the time, and for the gameplay of that particular game to handle. So those are those bats that I'm talking about that might actually smack into your cart every once in a while. And being in first place with coins is actually not a good thing. You'll see that I try to get 10 coins on every race, so I can make sure that I not only finish in first place, but finish with 10 coins and get 3 stars by the end of the video. That's the goal here. So I'm gonna pick up a nice mushroom right there that was dropped by somebody else during that lightning storm, and finish the match in first place. So that's the first race. And we're going to jump right into the second race from the Triforce Cup, which is the Super Nintendo version of Rainbow Road. Or at least the Wii U rendition of the Super Nintendo Rainbow Road. And I actually started playing Mario Kart with Super Nintendo like a lot of other people. I remember I picked up my copy of Mario Kart at Costco, of all places. While, you know, my parents were shopping for giant tubs of mayonnaise and peanut butter, I noticed that Costco had started selling video games at the time, and I went and picked up a copy of Mario Kart on Super Nintendo, and the rest was history. So I love this track. I think it looks amazing on the Wii U. I like that they've added this mechanic where the thwomps bounce down and shake the entire course. It's also kind of interesting that they're invulnerable now, so if you accidentally just like run into them, they'll actually wipe you out and take away coins and all that good stuff. So you got to kind of keep an eye on those. I remember being a kid, and I remember being amazed at the idea of a track with no edges. The idea that you could fall off the track at any point was like crazy. Like, oh my god, Rainbow Road is so impressive, it's so hard. And at the time, I think it was a really cool mechanic for a racetrack. You can see here that, you know, I feel like Mario Kart is really a game for casual gamers or, you know, Nintendo enthusiasts like myself.
and they've sort of made it a little easier on us. I feel like this track is probably twice as wide as it should be. It would be a lot harder, a lot more interesting, I think, if you could make this track a little shorter or a little less thick, because it's really wide. And unfortunately I didn't pick up a mushroom in this particular capture of this this track, so I wanted to show off the shortcut, the old school Super Nintendo shortcut, but it's all good. I used the banana peel there at the very end, and I've bumped myself up to 30 coins, or 30 points, still in first place. And that's going to bring us into our third race of the Triforce Cup, which is a new track, Ice Outpost. And by the way, this is the first time I'm seeing all of these tracks. This was the first time I loaded up the DLC, first time I've played any of these tracks, so I make a few mistakes here and there, and it's because I don't really know what to expect. On this particular track, I noticed almost right away that the pavement, or the course itself, is the entire thing is sort of covered in this little bit of ice, making it a little slicker than most of the other tracks, and you can kind of see that shiny gloss on the track. So when you're in these turns and trying to build up your sparks to get the boost, it actually is making you slide off the course just a little bit more than usual. So I'm just sort of trying to get my bearings on where the heck I'm supposed to go in this in this track. You can see it's got a lot of twists and turns, and it's awesome. I love that Bowser parachute that pops out. It has a really cool like paper effect. It's nice to finally play some Nintendo games in true HD, you know. For so long, we Nintendo fans were treated to lesser quality graphics, I guess you could say. Not at the expense of gameplay, but you know, we didn't get the HD until the Wii U came around. So I'm actually loving it. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's really fast, and everything looks great. So I'm liking the Wii U so far in the different games that I've picked up for it anyway. So I'd like to see some more software on the Wii U, of course, but I know that Super Smash Bros. Just came out. I'll probably pick that up next and make some videos of that soon, hopefully. So here I'm just holding on to my red shell. I've just started off the third lap, and I'm pretty much holding everyone at bay, but I get attacked by the lightning bolt. And the first thing you want to do when you get attacked by a lightning bolt is hunt down coins. Find coins ASAP. Because if you max out at 10 coins, you're going to make sure you have the highest acceleration possible. And the best way to regain speed is through higher acceleration. So having extra coins when you're already capped at 10, it's not really going to do anything. So I'm just going to use those coins and try to get my trusty banana peel. I actually prefer to have the banana peel. A lot of people think it's the worst item in Mario Kart, but I personally feel like it's one of the best items in Mario Kart, because it can be used in a lot of creative ways to stop somebody that's right behind you, or even shoot it ahead of you and knock them down. Or it's more of a skill item, I feel like, than a turtle shell. So this is the track that I'm most excited about in this DLC, Hyrule Circuit, which is going to take us through the Temple of Time and through Hyrule Field, and it looks awesome, and I love the music on this course. They did a really, really good job of, you know, making this crossover between Zelda and Mario Kart without making it feel cheap or, you know, forced. I love that you can pick up the gems from Zelda, and, you know, they did a really good job of making it feel like you're in Ocarina of Time or another area in The Legend of Zelda. So I'm loving it. I think it's awesome, and you might have seen at the very beginning of the video, if you pick Link, you can actually do a jump, and you know, he'll summon the Triforce, and he'll do a spin attack and things like that. So they've actually added a few other extra Zelda things into the game for us Zelda fans, which I think is really cool. If you activate those 3 gems, all 3 of them, the jump pad activates right there where the Master Sword is, and you can jump through the Master Sword and spin it around for a nice cool sound effect. But right here I'm just sliding through, again getting hit by the lightning bolt. I'm looking for coins or gems at this point,
and I just want to get on a boost pad or something that's going to get me back to top speed. Stay in the air and just manage to avoid that boomerang. So I'm trying to get the 3 gems right here. One, two, no, I missed the second one, and I missed the third one. So no cool jump. You'll have to rewind it back to the beginning of the video if you want to see that. But now I've got my red shell, and if you're in first place and you've got a red shell behind you just hanging on to it, it's pretty much a done deal, I think. There are a few banana peels here toward the end that I have to be aware of, and make sure I don't knock into those on accident. But I think, as you know, when you're playing Mario Kart, anything can happen at any moment. A blue shell can pop up, or a lightning bolt, or anything. So a match can quickly get turned around. A game can quickly get turned around. But right now I feel like I'm in pretty good control of where I'm going. I'm going to again try to get these 3. That little extra boost, it knocks you away from that second gem. And I felt like maybe the character behind me would hit that second gem, but it didn't happen, so I had to get back on the course. And you can see that the red shell was actually useful right there, because I did get shot from behind and the red shell blocked it. Almost hit that banana peel, but I managed to finish in first place with 10 coins. And that's going to give me my 60 points to win first place in the 150cc of the new Mario Kart 8 DLC. So Wario's gold mine was pretty awesome. I feel like there's some pretty good courses on this one. I really love the Super Nintendo version of Rainbow Road. Ice Outpost was awesome. And of course Hyrule Circuit. So overall I'd say that this DLC was definitely worth, you know, the extra few bucks that you had to throw at it to pick it up. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I appreciate you watching this video. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at Shorewarz, and I am going to post some more Mario Kart videos and probably Super Smash Bros. Videos and League of Legends videos, so keep an eye out for those. I'll talk to you again soon, guys. Peace.